Hi guys, so I wanted to make an update video. It's been a little while, so I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. I definitely ate a little too much, but unlike last year, I haven't had like a million helpings of leftovers. So that's good. I think I've only had leftovers once. Last year at this time I was in Wonderland and I totally screwed that up by eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, basically leftovers from Thanksgiving. So I'm trying not to do that this year. I am still at 217. Scale will not budge. I'm not so worried about the scale. I know lately that I haven't been eating as well, and I haven't worked out in a week. Tonight was the first night I had training in a week. So yeah, I've been going through a lot. When am I not going through a lot, honestly? I tend to depend on other people, and I'm trying really hard to get into a spot where I'm just dependent on myself and where I am the one who can just feel sufficient being by myself and knowing that I can accomplish my goals without anybody else. And that's a really hard place for me to get to, especially being so dependent on other people and dependent on food. That's my thing. When I don't have people around, I go to food. So I'm trying to find a balance of not depending. I feel like I've been let down by a lot of my friends. I'm just feeling kind of lonely lately, and I'm feeling like I'm a single mom, which I am, and I'm just feeling kind of like, I don't know, I was dating a guy for a while, and my social life, kind of suffered a little bit. And I feel like I wasn't concentrating on my goals, which I never do. When I'm in a relationship or when I'm dating someone, I always concentrate too much on them. So, yeah, it doesn't matter how supportive someone else is either. It's like I need to find that place within me first where I am the one who can motivate myself and I am at a good place. A good place for me would be back in Wonderland, at least. So I'm very frustrated. Part of me just wants to cry and throw things and smash things, and I actually was crying a little bit in the gym because I'm so frustrated that I'm working my ass off in personal training, and I have lost 6% body fat, which is really good, but I haven't lost any weight, and I just feel like I want more. I want to be stronger. I get really frustrated with myself when I can't do everything. Like, for example, after my personal training, I'm supposed to do a half hour of prescribed cardio. So she'll tell me to do stuff on the treadmill or the step or the Stairmaster. But like tonight, I walked for like 10 minutes. I ran for 2 minutes and I was done. My legs were shaking. My muscles are just so tired and so exhausted after I do the weightlifting and stuff that it's like impossible for me to do cardio. So I don't know how people do it, but I just feel like I'm like working my ass off, and I'm so fucking sick of being overweight. I look in the mirror, like tonight I was looking in the mirror and I'm just like, ugh. Like I want to, like, it's just so frustrating because it's like I had weight loss surgery and I lost 100 pounds, I lost 120 pounds, and then I gained back, and then I know everybody goes through this, and it's just I'm stuck in this rut that's been like a rut for like 8 or 9 months, and it's not going away, and I haven't done anything to keep it at bay. And I don't know what to do. So I started taking Contrave about 4 or 5 days ago. Today I noticed I did eat a little bit less. I wasn't as hungry. I don't know when it kicks in, how long it takes, how many pills it will take. They start you off on 1 pill a day for a week, and then you go up to 2 pills for another week, and then 3 pills, and then depending on your results and stuff, you can do 1 pill, you can do up to 4 pills a day. It's very expensive. My insurance does not cover it. I paid almost $300 for 120 pills. I went back and forth with it for a long time. I thought about it. I talked to people about it. My mom doesn't want me to do it because she thinks that it's too risky, because Contrave is a drug that there's not a lot known about it. It's a newer drug, so they don't have any like not name brands. I forget what you call that. I can't think right now, but they don't have any of those like other kinds of it. They just have the main Contrave brand, and insurance doesn't cover it right now. So I feel like this is like my last effort. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like weight loss surgery was supposed to be my last ditch effort, and it worked. I'm not saying it didn't work. It's just like, because I had so much to lose, I still have so much to lose, and now that I've been this weight for so long, like, it's not good enough. I feel like I'm back at square one, and I feel like I did when I was 320 pounds. Obviously not as bad, and, you know, I do feel better, but, like, I'm in that same mindset right now where I just look in the mirror and I'm disgusted. I don't like to look in the mirror. I don't like pictures. Even, like, looking at my time hop on my Facebook, it shows my pictures from last year and how my face was skinnier, and I actually didn't even notice that much, but somebody, like, pointed it out to me. This guy I was dating was like, I don't want to offend you, but I was just asking you a question, like, can I ask you if, you know, you gained weight or whatever because your face looked a little thinner. I'm like, are you fucking joking me? But anyway, yes, thank you, it did. It was thinner. I was thinner. So I signed up for another 12 sessions of personal training. I know I'm definitely stronger and I'm being really hard on myself, but it's like, come on already. Like, when am I going to get my act together? And when am I going to, like, be an adult and start cooking and stop relying on people? And I know this video is kind of all over the place, but I'm just very frustrated with myself, and I know I can do better. And giving up isn't going to do anything. I feel like, what I feel like is I'm busting my ass to maintain. You know, like, I feel like in order for me to stay at this weight right now, not that it's a weight that I want to be at, I have to bust my ass, and I don't know what else to do. So, food is a big issue still. It's not a lot better. And it's frustrating, you know. So I don't know. I just have to man up. I just have to start juicing again and start creating a lifestyle that's attainable for me, that's not cutting foods out and all that, and just is like a healthier lifestyle. But yeah, I'm not where I want to be. Very frustrated, very pissed off. I don't like what I see in the mirror, and that's a bad feeling. I'm sick of watching my stomach flap up and down. Like, honestly, part of me just wants to go and get my tummy tuck and just get it over with, and I feel like that's gonna make me feel so much better, just because I'm so sick of looking at it. Like, even if I'm not skinny, like, I don't even care. I don't care what I look like. I just want to get rid of my stomach. It flaps, it claps, like, legit, when I run, there's like a clapping noise. And then just, like, looking at it jiggle in the mirror, and, you know, I don't want to be thinking like this about myself, and right now I am. So, I wish I had better things to tell you, but I don't, unfortunately. So, yeah, I will let you know what happens with Contrave. I've been taking it every day. It's a large pill. It's a blue pill. I'll do the Blair Witch Project right now. The nose dripping. Anyway, it's a large blue pill, and for those of you that don't know what Contrave is, it's a prescribed medication that is supposed to work with your hypothalamus in your brain, and it has Wellbutrin, and it has something else in it. I can never remember what it's called, but it's supposed to block the cravings, like, receptors in your brain, and help with the Wellbutrin. It's good for people who want to quit smoking or have different, like, addictions and stuff. So this is definitely an addiction for me, obviously, food. So I'm hoping that it will help with cravings and I will get some of this weight off. It's like a never-ending battle. It's just like being addicted to food is this hell that you don't know until you go through it, you know? And then part of me is like, well, why did I go through all of this? And, you know, not that I don't regret having surgery, like, first second at all. I would never go back, and I would always choose surgery over being like I was before. But I'm just like, the novelty has worn off for sure, and I got to get the weight off that I gained. At least I want to be to Wonderland. Like, right now, that's my goal. I can't even think about 174 or 181 anything. I just want to get back to Wonderland in general, because the scale's not budging and it's really pissing me off. So I'll end it there and I'll update soon.